I want you to look at your last 1,000 days and make the link. You are exactly where you deserve to be, not where you want to be. These are two very different things. I want to be able to speak Russian, but I don't deserve to speak Russian because I don't open my books, I don't study it, and I don't read it. These are two very different things. Most of you guys feel entitled because most of you guys know that you have the potential to do everything that you want. And the fact that you know this, it makes you feel comfortable in the tomorrow, that tomorrow I can do it. And then when you don't see the results, you start to feel frustrated. And the reason you feel frustrated is because you are trying to complain about not seeing the results for the work that you haven't put in. You deserve to be there. Now, to know and not do is not knowing, because you will never fall to your aspirations or, oh, I'm meant to be this. No, you're going to be the things that you do. Now, I wanted to become a full-time content creator. So what did I do? I focused on the actions. I posted consistently. I showed up every single day, no matter how I felt. Only in these last 30 days, I managed to grow my account. And I managed to get over 87,000 followers. And I managed to get over 70 million views just these last 30 days. Why? Because I fell in love with the process. I fell in love with posting every single day. I focus on creating habits because you are your habits. And I want you to understand this. And this is the way it works. Your thoughts create your feelings create actions, and your actions create your habits, and your habits create your life. Now, if you want to change it, go back in reverse. This is why I always tell you, everything stems from your thoughts. Now, there is no negative or positive habits. The habits or the life that you live, you just need to ask yourself, is it aligned with the desired outcome that I want? And it's very simple. It's just two simple things. Listen, you need to listen to the call of your conscience. Your conscience will always tell you the right thing to do. Now, there's two very different things. Your conscience and desires are very two different things, because your desire is going to tell you, oh, I want to eat that junk food. But after you eat that junk food, you feel regret. And regret is your guideline. This is the secret. Your conscience will tell you, I need to go to the gym. But now, between stimulus and response, between the time your conscience tells you, I need to go to the gym, and between that time that you actually go to the gym or you don't go to the gym, by the time you take that action, all you're doing is you're creating these endless amount of excuses to why you don't want to do it, to why it is okay, to why you just miss. This is the difference between me and you. The difference between me and you is that I just take action regardless of how I feel. I want to give you an example. Just the other day, 2 days ago, I ran a half marathon. I got to 19 kilometers. A half marathon is 21 kilometers. I ran a half marathon. At 19 kilometers, my body was starting to shut down. My body was starting to ache. I was running at a quick pace at 4 kilometers at 4 minutes per kilometer. And then I started to look at everyone ahead of me. And I started to make these excuses that this person has better running shoes than me. This person has been training for longer than me. This person only focuses on running. This person hasn't waken up at 5 a.m. like I have. Like, I have other things which are more important to me. Which all these excuses are valid. But I was in that race. Now, I was using the people in front of me. Instead of a point of inspiration, I was viewing them as a point of jealousy. And then this is what was holding me back. I started to think. I started to think too much. Then I realized their body is hurting too, yet they keep on going. Now, what are they thinking? They just think about putting one foot in front of the other, just taking the action. Now then I thought to myself, what about the people behind me? The people behind me, I don't want them to see me as a point of jealousy. I want them to see me and think, well, if he can do it, I can do it too. And that's exactly what it is. And when I changed my mindset and started to think about the present, and the present is just putting one foot in front of the other, the action, which the action eventually becomes a habit. You need to understand that. Look at your life now. You are a build-up of your habits. Just look at yourself. Everything that you do is on autopilot. Now, for you to create someone who you're not, you need to do things that you're not doing. And at the start, it's going to be very uncomfortable, and you have to be very aware of every decision and action that you make, because everything you do is on autopilot. So until your new habits override your negative habits, then you will start to create this new person of you. So you need to understand that right now you're your old self, and the new self, the high self that you want to become, is on the other side. And the differentiating, that bridge will always be your actions and your habits. So the thing is, you feel upset and you say, oh, tomorrow I'm going to change. Tomorrow doesn't exist, because when tomorrow comes, you're going to have the same emotion, the same feeling. And every day that you delay to take action is another day that you are not going to be that other person that you want to be. It's going to be another day you're going to live in frustration. So you need to understand very clearly that first you need to convince yourself to why you're doing the things that you're doing. Now, a reason is very simple. A reason is going to be that fire that's going to make you want to keep on going regardless of how you feel. You are consistent. Everyone is consistent. You go to work every single day. Why? Because you need to get paid. Why? Because you don't want to live on the streets. That reason of not living in the streets is more than your reason or your excuses to not go to work, because you feel frustrated, you don't want to go to work every day, the alarm sounds, you don't want to wake up, but you do it anyway. Why? Because you don't want to live in the streets. Now the question you need to ask yourself is, why do you want to make changes? Why do you want to change your habits? Now this is the thing you need to ask yourself, because I live a line with the desired outcome that I want. Now the desired outcome that you have might be completely different to mine. So does your habits directly correlate with the desired outcome that you want? And if the answer is no, you will live in constant frustration. Now it's a daily process. Stop thinking of the long race. When I was running my marathon, I was 19 kilometers in, and then I realized I have 25 minutes to go at this pace. I was running fast, my body was aching, and then the doubt starts coming. Can I manage to do this for another 20 minutes? That's when you start to weaken. Then you start to make the excuses. But then when you start to become present, you focus only in the now, only in the today. You just have to ask yourself, can I put one foot in front of the other? Is there people doing the same thing as I am? Yes. They are also going through pain. They also have doubts. They also have the emotions that you are facing. Now stop feeling sorry for yourself and use everyone else. Use your environment as motivation. If they can do it, I can do it too. Now you need to stop being weak and understand that if you are weak, you're giving yourself a space of growth for you to become strong. Now ask yourself, do I deserve to be where I am now? Yes. I am the construct of the last 1,000 days. Now, if you want a better future and you are tired of living in the same situation as where you are now, you have to ask yourself, what are my following 1,000 days going to look like? Don't focus on the 1,000 days, just focus on today, because you don't even know if you're going to wake up tomorrow. So what can I do today? Can I put one foot in front of the other? Can I cover distance? Is there people maintaining this same pace? You see, at the level that I operate at, why are you not operating at that level? I was the weakest person that I knew. I was the most insecure person that I knew. I was the person with the most self-doubt that I knew. Now I'm the strongest person that I know. Now I'm the most confident person that I know. Now I'm the person that has the most self-belief. Now nothing can get in my way. Why? Because even when something doesn't go my way, I am delusional enough to believe that this is part of a greater picture. And that doesn't stop me, because the second you start to validate yourself with the result you don't see, you start to get frustrated because you're thinking of how far you have left. But just think to yourself, what can I do now? Can I put one foot? If the answer is yes, then that's all you have to focus on. And then you feel proud. Why? Because you have done something that you didn't do before. So guess what? You're going to create someone that you are not, and that someone that you are not is that person that you want to become, because that action that you took is aligned with that higher self. Can you see it? So that's why you need to validate yourself with the action, not with the result, because those actions eventually will compound to the result. You don't envy a person who has a strong physical body. What you want from that person, you don't want the physique. What you actually want is the work that they put in, because that body that they have, that physique that they have, is a byproduct of the daily training sessions, of the macros that they hit, of the recovery that they have. This is what you need to focus on, not the result, because that's just the end of the tip of the iceberg. You want to focus on the foundation. Start creating your foundation. If you want to build a high skyscraper, you don't start up, you start digging down, building a very strong foundation. Love you guys. Understand that you are your habits, and your habits are everything. Right now you are running on autopilot. Be aware you're just endlessly scrolling your phone. You say you're going to go to the gym, you start making excuses, feeling sorry for yourself, then you're going to end up living the same day every single day. Come out of that loop. Whenever you don't want to go to the gym, snap out, be like, oh wait, this is going to leave me in the same position that I've been miserable in for years. Let me go to the gym. Even if it's just stepping foot through the door. Now you've done an action completely different to what your current self is doing, and then you end up becoming your future self. So start living and thinking as your higher future self, then you will become that person with the daily actions that you take. Remember, it's a daily process. Love you guys. If you need any help, drop me a message at Suno_. If you're not following me on Instagram already, drop me your reflection, or if this video managed to help you, like, comment, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. Love you guys, and we are out.